3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1160. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support in helping me reach 300 subscribers at this time, as well as your presence during this reading. So, jumping straight into interpreting 1160. The number 1, for me, at least the way that I interpret it, is about having trust and faith. And there are 2 ones here, so still a fairly decent message, as it has been lately, for you to trust and believe in yourself, what you're capable of, your intuition, what you know, your strength, and also have trust and faith in the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. Have trust and faith in what is possible for you. The next number, which is number 6, is about encouraging you to love yourself, care for and respect yourself, and to intentionally and consciously move away from self-hate, self-destruction, and self-disrespect, especially when it comes to your own thoughts and feelings and beliefs, especially when it comes to who you truly are, and expressing and honoring who you truly are. The next number, which is number 0, can be confirmation or guidance for you to pay attention to any recurring themes or patterns that you may or may not be noticing right now. And these patterns can show up in spiritual communication, your experiences and the way that things align, or in any other way. You could be noticing something. Your intuition could be picking up on something, a pattern that you may want to or need to pay attention to and even interpret what it means. The number 0 can also be a reminder or confirmation as well for you to know when to put yourself first, which I think, pairs nicely with those messages from the number 6 about self-love and self-care and self-respect. If you do feel called to put yourself first, out of self-love, intuitively and faithfully, this is your confirmation. And I encourage you to pay particular attention to patterns that show up in your relationships or experiences, and how these patterns can teach you to be more self-loving, self-caring, and self-respecting. This really does feel like an opportunity for somebody to learn how to have a healthier relationship with yourself, and maybe even your environment. I encourage you to make sure you are communicating clearly and honestly with yourself, because any healthy relationship always has clear and honest communication. The same with boundaries. Know when to tell yourself no, especially when it comes to how you speak to yourself. Like, if you reflect on how you speak to yourself, how you treat yourself, would you accept to be spoken to or treated in the same way by another person? Do you want to attract people who speak to you or talk to you that way? I'm assuming no, if the internal dialogue is negative, or maybe even abusive to a degree. So if you don't want to attract those kinds of relationships or get stuck in those kinds of cycles with those kinds of people, you have to know how to speak to yourself in the same way you want others to speak to you. Say no to yourself at the same time that you would like to set a boundary with someone else, or that you would appreciate somebody to set a boundary with you. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 6 is 8, and 8 plus 0 is 8. And for me, the number 8 is connected to loss, and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced with someone or something better. Whoever or whatever you are letting go of or walking away from, on the inside or on the outside, if it's about self-love, self-care, and self-respect, you are allowed to do whatever it is you feel called to do, to honor yourself and what you deserve. Overall, this number 1160 has been encouraging you to have trust and faith in yourself, in the universe, and to choose to love and respect and care for yourself instead of, hating, disrespecting, or neglecting yourself. I think it's really important that we are all aware that whenever we choose to hate or love ourselves, we are also choosing to spread hate or love in the world. Right. Whose team are you on? Like when you really look at the bigger picture, good versus evil. To me, treating yourself in ways that you don't deserve, talking to yourself in ways that you don't deserve is a form of evil. If you know that you don't deserve this kind of treatment or tone with yourself. The choice between self-love and self-hate, to spread love or to spread hate, is so much bigger than you, and it's important to really make sure that you are showing up in the world in an honest and authentic way. How you show up in the world matters because it's bigger than you. This number has also encouraged you to pay attention to any recurring patterns or themes, because they may mean something and offer some real helpful insight and awareness. And for a particular message, or a specific message for those of you who do need to put themselves first, out of self-love, there is absolutely confirmation here for you to do that, especially if you are doing it with a sense of purpose and you already know how much bigger this decision, how you treat yourself, really is. If there is anyone or anything that you have to walk away from to honor yourself, as I just saw the number 111 on the timer, have trust, have faith, have the strength to honor your intuition and what you really feel called to do. And one thing you should trust in particular is that while it may be difficult and maybe even lonely to love and respect yourself, it's only temporary. If you stay on this path of self-love, you will find people who love you in the way that you deserve, and situations that also support the love and the care and the respect that you deserve too. So the cards that I have on the table are the Prisma Visions Tarot, and these are just a box of cards that I wrote on and made myself. And I'm going to start this reading by drawing out just one of these tarot cards. I just saw a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason with the number 234 on the timer. This reading is feeling guided. It's definitely feeling that way for a reason. I really look forward to what we're going to pull here. Just decided to throw itself on the table. 2 cards actually. No, I think I'll keep both of them since you already saw both of them. Both of these cards represent people, because it is the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. And I just saw another sign with the number 321 to trust that everything happens for a reason. This could potentially be a specific, perfectly timed message for somebody. The Knight of Pentacles here represents somebody who is hardworking, focused, and patient. They have their eyes on the prize, but they're also appreciating the journey just as much as they will probably appreciate the destination. There could really be something here about being present and this helping you achieve a goal or manifest or create something or build something, especially if it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. The King of Wands here is somebody who is very passionate, but they're also controlled, like a Knight of Pentacles would be. They are a leader. The way that they express themselves really does attract attention, respect. Now, these could be 2 different people. where somebody here is more hardworking and focused and somebody else is leading something, making big decisions. Or this could all just be about you, or all about another person, looking at different sides of the same person, the side of you or someone else who is hardworking and focused, and the other side of you who is also a leader, a visionary, somebody who is really capable of making good decisions. Let's go ahead and draw out a couple of these cards from this box over here. This card says, what pain are you holding on to? How can you let it go? And as soon as I showed that card on the camera, so number 555 on the timer, which is about change and transformation. And I feel that really confirms the need here to heal and grow from something. And maybe whatever you're letting go of is more mental, emotional, or spiritual, really depending on how deep it is. The second card that I have here is protect yourself from negativity. This really feels like a message for somebody to listen to what's going on the inside. If your feelings or thoughts are distracting you right now, they are distracting you for a reason. They need your attention. They need you to listen and to do something. Express yourself. Heal. Do whatever you need to do to answer the call coming from within, the emotional, intellectual, and spiritual call coming from within. This kind of seems more like a message here to protect yourself from negativity so you don't get distracted and you don't give up, or you don't make a decision that you might regret. Overall, it feels like this reading is encouraging you to have trust and faith and to really love yourself, and don't be afraid to put yourself first if you have to. Pay attention to patterns or themes, especially in the form of signs or messages that you may be getting in readings or that your own intuition could be picking up on. In the beginning, when we were talking about 1160, there was already the idea of loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. And the cards on the table are really making it obvious here that what needs to be let go is coming from within, something that you're holding on to from within, so you can protect yourself from just being distracted, for sure. And given that we have somebody here who is hardworking and focused, and somebody here who is leading something, maybe this person has some followers, or they're just really a visionary here, really king type of energy, male or female. This is somebody who knows how to build, and they know how to be patient. And so this really could just be confirmation here that whenever you do answer the call from within to protect yourself from negativity, that really is the right thing to do. It feels like it's really helping you stay focused. And if this isn't something you already do, and your goal here is to be, to build something, to lead something, and to stay focused and hardworking, answering the call from within and protecting yourself from negativity here really, really does seem to be the answer to help you move forward in a way that helps you achieve your goals, your vision.